Okay, I'm back again at the Bastl Instruments booth, and they also have another product which is an effects processor, if I understand it correctly.
Yes, that's right. It's called Thyme, and it's kind of an effects processor, but not in the way you would imagine that you have some presets for some kind of well-known effects, but you have to kind of set everything yourself. You can have all those or most of those kind of classical effects, but you can have also everything in between, and that's what it's really about, that you control all the parameters and like explore the different settings that there are.
Okay, and what kind of classical effect do you mean when you say something like that? Can you like blend between filters or delay or reverb? What do you have?
Yes, you can have some filtering by short delay time and high feedback. Then it's called comp filtering, which is kind of interesting. Then you have like this kind of looping that just go back, and which is based on like storing your sequence. You can jump back in time. You can have down sampling, crush, and also things like reverb or delay, just classical delay.
Okay, and how do you interface it with other gear? Do you have like TRS sockets or also MIDI? Can you sync it?
Yes, you can sync it via MIDI and analog clock, and there are some jacks here at the back for MIDI, and there's also those side connectors that you might know from like the other instruments from Bastl Instruments. Here it's kind of like MIDI, power, and audio out, and those you can also connect here. It's not all working on this prototype yet, but MIDI sync is working.
And there are lots of buttons on there and lots of knobs. Can you just show me just real quick what they do or what kind of features they control or how the control interface works?
Yes, I will. So first we have the input gain. It's just analog knob, which is not sequence or anything, like in contrary to the others. So we just like turn it on. Then we have here dry wet mix. No, maybe I start somewhere else. We have those parameters that kind of set the effect settings. They're made of delay time, which you can set in very different ranges. This goes from like 0 to 3.5 seconds, and this delay fine, it is very fine grained, and you can like go on sample base, so as short as possible. Then we have a crush, which is just adding or flipping some bits, and feedback. And we have sample rate control, which is kind of just controlling the speed at which the instrument works, and you can create some effects with this too. And then we have an analog mixing section with dry wet mix, where you mix between just the incoming signal or like the modified signal, panning for left and right control, and volume. And
okay, I see lots of buttons there as well, and patterns A, B, C, D. Like, is there a sequencer in there as well?
Yes. First of all, we have 32 sounds. Like, sound is this consists of setting of all those knobs and LFO, which I haven't shown you yet. And you can store 32 of those sounds, and then you can sequence them and in patterns of the length 32 steps, and you can save 32 patterns.
Okay, and so you could switch between those patterns to change the sound dynamically while you're performing then?
Yes, right.
Oh, okay, cool. Interesting. And yeah, MIDI supports clock or also MIDI notes control changes?
Yes, right now it just supports clock, but we will have CC messages for those sound settings, and also for notes for changing just switching between the sounds, and also stuff for sequencing. So.
Okay, cool. And when will you release it, or when can people buy it?
Well, not before autumn, that's for sure. But yeah, we want to make it this year still, and I think it will work out. Yeah.
Okay, great. Thanks a lot for your time.
Yeah, you're welcome.